Hello guys, Furball the Hammy, your friendly neighborhood hamster, is back again for another Hypixel Skyblock video. So, have you been laughed at for doing dumb things in Skyblock, such as crafting seemingly useless items? I understand that feeling. However, today, there are 3 items which look useless, but are secretly actually good. So yeah, this video will be relatively short and sweet, because school is starting for me and I have real life commitments now once again, so I'm sorry if you guys will see shorter videos from now on, but so be it. I will still do my weekly Slayer marathons, so don't worry too much about that. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin with the video. Number 1, the legendary Jerry Pet. Well, this is a spicy thing to start the video with. So how is this useful, you may be wondering? It makes you lose intelligence and it has horrible abilities. And I have just 2 words to just respond to that. Pet score. Yes, pet score. You know the extra magic find you get from having a high pet score? Yeah, the Jerry Pet counts towards your pet score, meaning a legendary Jerry Pet adds a whopping +5 pet score, and it's arguably the cheapest legendary pet you can ever get, because all it takes is 8 Jerry eggs, which basically are free, and 1 super enchanted egg, which is like 300,000 coins, and bam, you get a +5 pet score, or +4 if you were #neverlucky. Comment down in the comment section if you keep crafting epic pets and you cannot craft a legendary pet. And that's actually one of the best legendary pets you can get to boost your pet score, because all you need is 300,000 coins. And also, you guys should like and subscribe, because at 10,000 subscribers, I will be doing 1,000 tier 4 revenants or 2,500 tier 3 tarantulas, and that is for you, yes you, the viewer watching this, up to this side. So yeah, short advertisement aside, be sure to subscribe before I move on. Number 2, the Magma Bow. It is a cheaper mosquito bow by a long shot. Get it? Long shot, because arrows shoot. Okay, fine. Horrible puns aside, I should never be made for stand-up comedy. The Magma Bow is cheaper than the mosquito bow and does similar damage to the mosquito bow if you have magma creams in your inventory or quiver, which allows this bow to deal 2 times the damage. Understand that within dungeons, aiming is heavily nerfed, meaning that from a range, Runans will be rather ineffective due to the spread of the 3 arrows without the aid of aiming, meaning the 2 side arrows may end up missing the target entirely from a long range due to aiming being nerfed in dungeons. And due to aiming's nerf, Runans is unlikely to become the best bow unless you use it at medium to close range, where the side arrows don't stray too far from the main arrow, allowing all 3 arrows to hit mobs in a way, which I think can be used for berserker builds, which are mainly up and close with enemies who maybe, for example, want to fall back and to heal up while still doing damage. Running a Runans for these close range classes might not be a very bad choice. However, for a long range character such as the archer class, you certainly do not want to use the Runans bow, because you will be missing a lot of damage from the 2 side arrows missing entirely, because you are going to be attacking enemies from a range. Hence, in this case, for an archer, mosquito and magma will reign supreme, and we all know how everyone isn't rich enough to drop coins on a bow just for dungeons, knowing that mosquito is kind of useless right now outside of dungeons, only seeing used in dragons for elegant tuxedo users, and is only good in the howling caves and crypts, where you don't need to weapon swap for your arrows to pierce through multiple enemies, because mosquito's single strong arrow is good enough to pierce through multiple ghouls or multiple howling cave wolves. And because of that, a good budget substitute for mosquito would be the Magma Bow, and it's actually a decent bow now, since it is a good substitute bow for the best dungeons bow in the game in my opinion, which is mosquito. So before we end the video, let us have number 3, the Snowman Pet. Oh, what is this? This pet was recently buffed in the update, and it used to be rather trash, only being used for its pet score. Back in the days, the legendary Snowman Pet exists with only 2 abilities, and both abilities were quite bad. However, putting its abilities aside, the Snowman Pet does have good base stats. It has +25 damage, +25 strength, and +25 critical damage. Not very bad for a pet that was never used in the meta at all. However, with the new update, it gained 2 new abilities, Blizzard and Frostbite. And these abilities are what make the Snowman Pet actually good in my opinion when added in on top of its good base stats of plus 25 damage, strength, and critical damage. Blizzard slows down all enemies within 8 blocks, which is amazing for a tank class who wants to have crowd control abilities, or CC abilities for short, because it allows you to control an area of enemies by slowing them down. And by slowing your enemies down, it not only makes it easier for your entire team to hit these mobs, it also buys your team ample time before the mobs actually get to them, and you as the role of a tank can help slow your enemies down and to also help buy the aggro of these enemies, and you will be given more time because they are now slowed down. The second ability, Frostbite, reduces the damage you take by 15%. While it may not be as useful as a B's minus 25% damage effectively, since B converts 25% of your damage received into absorption, or totals plus 20% defense, the Snowman Pet isn't as good as that. However, it still reduces a good significant portion of damage, which is a flat 15% rate. While Snowman isn't going to be part of pure tank meta builds in dungeons or in Slayers or whatsoever, it has the potential to be in hybrid tank builds who want damage and crowd control abilities in trade for less tankiness. And it gives you crowd control for a whopping 8 blocks. If you don't think that's very good, let us put a comparison towards Frozen Blaze, whose ability has only a 5 block radius, and Snowman Pet has 8 blocks of radius of slow. So be sure to get a Snowman Pet if you like to play a different variation of a tank build. One that's slightly more focused on offense due to the strong base stats of plus 25 strength, damage, and crit damage, while also allowing your tank or your tank role to have crowd control abilities of slowing all nearby enemies down and also allowing you to take less damage. Allows you to play the role as a tank, but you won't be as good of a tank. But you who runs a Snowman Pet will have more damage than other tanks, and you will have more utility as compared to other tanks because you are able to slow multiple enemies down to buy your team time, and you are also able to do more damage. And that is why I think the Snowman Pet may see play in dungeons in a hybrid tank damage build. So yeah, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just my opinion, as once mentioned. It isn't the definition of the Skyblock meta whatsoever. Thank you guys so much for 5,000 subscribers. I will be making a 5,000 subscriber special very soon, and it will be an unfiltered video. So if you guys are excited, be sure to like and to subscribe. So yeah, with that, a Slayer a day keeps the /G-Kit command away. This is Flvff the Hammy, the Slayer Maniac, signing out.